Hi, I'm Laura Klopp, and this is my podcast, Creating Safe Schools. It's my guide on how to create safe and welcoming schools for LGBTQ students, which creates a safer school environment for all students. It accompanies my website, creatingsafeschools.com. My website has information on things school administrators, faculty, and staff members can do to make their schools safer and more inclusive. In addition, it contains downloadable information packets, tips to starting a GSA, and a curriculum guide for getting your GSA up and running. For more information, go to creatingsafeschools.com. Other episodes of this podcast can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or they can be found on my website. Hi, in this episode, I just want to have a little bit of a rant. I've been speaking with students about being LGBTQ, and I've been speaking with students about what makes them feel safe in school. And every single student I've asked, the first thing they've said is, well, the safe space stickers, obviously. Those make a difference. So, you know what? Put them up. Everyone. Don't have 2 or 3 or 4 or 10 teachers in a school put up a safe space sticker. Everyone. If you're an administrator, put one in every mailbox in your school. Every mailbox. Just put them out there. Every teacher will get one. Will they all put them up? No. But if you're handing them out as the administration, they will know that it's okay to declare themselves a safe space. And those who are allies will put them up. Make the few teachers who don't put them up the exception, not the rule. And not just classrooms. Administrators, put them in your offices. Does the school nurse have a safe space sticker? Make sure the school nurse has one. Make sure the counselors have them. Is there one in the library? What about the gym? Is the gym a safe space? Put them in your bathrooms that the students use and mean it. Make those safe spaces. Put them in the locker room and mean it. Plaster your school. Plaster it. Declare that your school is a safe space. And if there are a few teachers who don't want to participate, let them be the standouts. Let them be the exceptions. When you are a school official, your job is to protect your students. Not to protect some of your students, not to protect the students you agree with. When I was teaching, if a student was being bullied, I did not ask the bully. I did not ask the student who was being bullied, what's your political orientation? What do you do at home? What's your family look like? Who do you date? Before I decided what my role as a teacher was. My role as a teacher is to protect my students. My role is not to decide which students need protection or which students deserve protection or which students I'm going to stand up for. If a student is being bullied, it is your role as an adult in their life. It is your role as an adult at their school to protect them. Right now, we have legislators in Florida and across this country who are bullying students. We have legislators who are encouraging school officials to bully students. Students are feeling unsafe at school. And we have some administrators, we have some teachers who don't seem to care. Listen to my podcast where I speak with Nafisa. Students yelled slurs and slanders at her in front of an administrator, and that administrator did nothing. She was told that she should die because she is LGBTQ, because she's bisexual, and she reported the bullying, and her administration did nothing. This is not okay. We cannot fail our children in our educational system. They can't legislate against putting safe space stickers in your school. They can't legislate against the word safe space. What are they going to do? You can't declare that your room is safe? You can't declare that you are a safe person? Are they going to try to legislate that? What happens if they do? What happens if they say teachers, administrators, school nurse, school psychologists, school counselors, you can't say your school is a safe space. You have the role to educate your students, but you also have the role to provide a place for them where they can learn. How can you learn when you're afraid? How can you learn when you feel like your school, your administration, your teachers, your state is against you? How can you learn when you're in school and people are telling you you should die and no one stands up for you? You can't educate students if you don't create a place where they want to come, where they feel safe, and where they can focus on their education. So if you haven't been a safe space up until now, if you've been on the fence, if you felt like, well, I don't know, I'm not sure, I think students should be gay. I don't think students' families should be gay or transsexual or asexual or queer. Does that mean you get to decide that you're not going to protect them? I have no idea what the personal life, what the politics, what the religion was of most of my students. Some confided in me and some didn't, but I protected them all. If someone was being bullied, I didn't decide if the bully had justification. I didn't decide if the bully's words fit into my worldview, because my worldview doesn't include any bullying, so I didn't have to figure that out. So right now, my charge to every administrator out there, hand out safe space stickers to every employee in your school. Convince them to use them, not just the teachers, your custodians. I have known so many students who were close to the custodians at the school. The custodians can put a safe space sticker on what they carry with them as they travel through the school. The toolboxes of your maintenance people can declare, wherever I go in this school, the kids around me are safe. Stop thinking about this as a political issue. Stop letting the politicians decide what kids get to be safe in school. If you really are going to look at a child in your care and think that it's your right to decide whether or not that child gets to be safe, you need to work somewhere other than a school. Just leave. Let someone else do this job, because you don't belong there. We have to do better for our children. Our state legislators have to do better for our children. Our governors have to do better for our children. Those parents who have nothing better to do than bully and terrorize children, if they don't want their children to be around LGBTQ people, then they need to keep their children at home. They don't get to turn our schools into places where children aren't safe. It is not their right. That will never be their right. Don't let them convince you that that is their right, because it is not. I call on everyone who is in a role in a school, who's around children, to protect those children. Just protect them. That's all. These people who bully in the name of, I don't even know. The threat to our children is the bullying, not sexual orientation, not gender identity, not differences in how people live. The threat is intolerance. The threat is hate. The threat is people who, in the name of Christianity, are allowing children to be terrorized. They're the threat. Christ's message was to love everybody, not to love people you agree with, not to love the people you think deserve to be loved, not to run some kind of metric over someone before you decide whether or not you're going to love them or help them. Pretty sure it's just love everybody and let it all get worked out somewhere other than here. And if you're an administrator, protect your children. Protect every child under your care. Or get out. Thank you for joining me. I hope you listened. I hope you have a good day. I hope you stay safe. And I hope you are kind. Be kind and force kindness. What else is there? Really, what else is there?